Could you truly build a house of cards that actively defies belief, constructed solely from the brightly colored deck of Uno cards we all know, pushing the very limits of structural integrity and challenging the pervasive notion that such a simple, flimsy material cannot support an incredible architectural feat, much less one that we would deem miraculous? Welcome, fellow seekers of knowledge and unconventional wisdom, to a deeply immersive journey that utterly transcends the simple, playful rules of a tabletop card game and delves straight into the profound, unyielding principles of applied engineering, demanding an almost inhuman level of patience, unwavering focus, and a deep, almost spiritual reverence for the delicate dance with gravity itself. This isn't merely about stacking one flat piece of cardstock atop another in a series of predictable linear movements. It is fundamentally about achieving a holistic understanding of physics, the subtle science of balance, and mastering the meticulous choreography of tension and compression that exists between every single component. Join us now as we commence the intricate card-by-card process of transforming the familiar primary colors and numbered faces of Uno into an architectural marvel of unprecedented scale and breathtaking complexity, thereby permanently redefining what we previously thought was structurally possible with nothing more than a humble deck of paper. The grand and highly ambitious challenge officially began with a single, almost absurdly audacious thought that ignited our collective imagination. Just exactly how high can we genuinely go before the fundamental laws of nature and the inherent fragility of the material force us to concede defeat and watch our entire vision crumble? Our initial brainstorming sessions, which lasted for hours under the harsh studio lights, were a breathtaking whirlwind of sketching impossible geometries, debating whimsical but ultimately unviable designs, and systematically attempting to visualize the unseen theoretical limits of this fundamentally unconventional and frustratingly ephemeral medium. Laying the groundwork, the very foundation upon which all subsequent layers would precariously rest, was absolutely paramount. This meticulously planned base was the single most critical decision that would ultimately dictate the structural fate of our most towering aspirations, establishing all the foundational and non-negotiable principles of support and load distribution. We explored a complex myriad of advanced card interlocking techniques, meticulously testing everything from the universally classic triangular supports to radically innovative multi-directional bracing systems, constantly learning through observation, rigorous experimentation, and, most importantly, from the comprehensive data gleaned from what spectacularly failed in a swift, disheartening moment. Through painstaking trial and continuous error, we gradually managed to isolate and introduce secret structural reinforcement methods, achieving stability using nothing more than incredibly clever micro-folds, tiny shifts in angle, and the perfectly calculated placement of strategically critical Uno cards to brazenly defy conventional wisdom and simple physics. The critical role of precise balance quickly evolved from a technical necessity into an almost intuitive, visceral requirement, demanding an innate understanding of weight distribution that was absolutely essential to prevent our fragile, paper-thin dreams from tumbling down with nothing more than the gentle expulsion of a whispered breath or a tiny shift in air pressure. The ascent into the upper atmosphere of our creation was not achieved without its fair share of dramatic flair, marked by a brutal series of real-time engineering challenges that relentlessly tested our psychological resolve. The nerve-wracking wobbles, the sudden cataclysmic collapses, and the sheer, almost maddening sustained frustration of performing exceptionally delicate, painstaking work over an extended period. Problem-solving during the build became an urgent, necessary art form, requiring us to instantaneously adapt entire sections of the design and develop new techniques on the fly, swiftly transforming inevitable moments of structural failure into crucial, non-negotiable learning opportunities, especially when our meticulously planned initial structures began to visibly and rapidly falter under their own weight. The mental game proved to be just as intensely demanding as the physical construction, forcing us to maintain an unwavering, almost meditative focus and an absolutely superhuman level of patience throughout the painstaking card-by-card process, a necessity that grew exponentially more difficult to sustain as mental fatigue and physical strain began to profoundly set in, with our hands often trembling from sheer exhaustion and every muscle tensed. The long-awaited breathtaking unveiling finally arrived, showcasing the towering, completed Uno card masterpiece, which stood as a silent, powerful testament to the sheer force of human perseverance and single-minded dedication to a difficult goal. It stood there, dominating the space, a silent titan of paper and plastic coating, brazenly defying all realistic expectations and aggressively challenging the pervasive, easily accepted notion of material fragility and structural limitation. We then subjected our creation to a deliberately rigorous stress test, gingerly questioning whether its delicate geometry could withstand the gentle caress of a slight studio breeze, the sudden vibration from a heavy footstep, or the subtle tremor of the tripod being adjusted, knowing that any of these could be its demise. Dissecting the physics behind its improbable counterintuitive stability, we offered a quick yet deeply illuminating explanation of the engineering principles at work, revealing why this delicate, seemingly impossible structure managed to hold itself together with such unexpected grace, poise, and structural coherence. The enduring legacy of this Uno engineering feat extends far beyond the physical tower itself, embedding profound, valuable lessons in patience, precision, and the fierce, unyielding spirit of human perseverance deep within the minds of all who participated and all who witnessed this final result. We reflect on this arduous, time-consuming journey, ultimately realizing that the greatest architectural triumphs and the most meaningful breakthroughs often emerge from the most unexpected materials, the simplest components, and the seemingly most unlikely challenges that one can imagine. This entire endeavor served as a profound, practical meditation on the immense power of sustained, meticulous effort, and the undeniable beauty that is consistently found in the process of overcoming obstacles that, at first glance, appear absolutely insurmountable. The process forced us to truly think and operate like both seasoned architects and pragmatic structural engineers simultaneously, yet with the severe added constraint of having to utilize an inherently flimsy, unstable, and unforgiving building material. This wasn't just about the simple act of building. It was an act of metaphysical engineering, a process of coaxing structural stability from deep instability and painstakingly coaxing complex, three-dimensional form from mere two-dimensional flatness. The vibrant, contrasting hues of red, blue, green, and yellow interwove seamlessly, forming not merely a static structure, but a vibrant living mosaic of countless hours of concentrated effort and unwavering dedication to the task at hand. Every single card placement became a carefully calculated risk, accompanied by an almost silent, superstitious prayer to the unforgiving laws of equilibrium, guiding our movements with a focused and unwavering intent that bordered on the obsessive. The sheer intimidating scale of the finished project ultimately demanded an almost meditative state of existence, where the noise and distractions of the outside world entirely faded away, leaving only the task, the delicate cards, and the silent burning ambition. This was, in its purest form, a strategic dance between human creative will and the unyielding, immovable forces of nature, a delicate balance maintained on the sharp, precarious knife edge of total instant collapse. We discovered, with frustrating certainty, that even the smallest, most insignificant miscalculation in placement could trigger an unstoppable cascade of failures, effectively teaching us the ruthless, unforgiving precision required for true structural mastery and ultimate success. The audible sound of a single, solitary card falling to the floor served as a sharp, painful, and immediate reminder of the extreme fragility of our entire endeavor, simultaneously pushing us to immediately refine our delicate technique with every subsequent setback. The finished tower now stands as a silent, imposing monument to countless collective hours of focused, intense energy. A powerful physical manifestation of unwavering, sustained commitment to seeing the initial vision through to its complete and final realization. Its monolithic shadow, cast long and dramatically by the specialized studio lights, seemed to grow increasingly larger and more imposing with each added card, visually hinting at its improbable, almost mythical majesty and scale. The profound satisfaction of successfully placing the very final card, the delicate crowning apex of our creation, was a quiet, deeply profound triumph. A feeling of achievement forever etched into the memories of everyone who participated. It was, in the end, so much more than just an ambitious house of cards. It was a deeply personal exercise in pure, unadulterated willpower, sustained mental discipline, and the sheer power of human creative ambition over material constraints. We invite you now, fellow builders and unconventional enthusiasts, to embark immediately on your own ambitious Uno card marvels, no matter how small or large your initial aspirations may be. Challenge yourselves relentlessly to push the boundaries of what you personally believe is structurally possible using the simplest, most accessible materials you can find in your own home. Share your eventual creations, your inevitable frustrations, and your ultimate, glorious triumphs with us in the comments section below. We eagerly await the ingenious designs you will undoubtedly invent. Let this meticulously documented video serve as a powerful spark, successfully igniting a long-lasting passion for unconventional, constraint-based engineering deep within your own creative spirit and mind. We strongly encourage you to continuously experiment, to deliberately fail forward, and to discover the surprising hidden structural strengths that reside deep within seemingly ordinary, everyday objects. This exhaustive journey of creation reminds us forcefully that true creativity knows absolutely no bounds, and that genuine innovation can reliably emerge from the most unexpected materials and the most unlikely places imaginable. We sincerely look forward to witnessing the ingenious, awe-inspiring structures you will undoubtedly bring to life. Structures that are inspired by our own humble, monumental Uno card endeavor. Consider this unique video not just a mere tutorial or a documentation of a process, but a solemn invitation to immediately join a growing, global community of endlessly curious builders and wildly imaginative thinkers. We openly challenge you to find ways to actively surpass our own towering, hard-won achievement, to build structures that are bigger, bolder, and even more beautifully engineered than the one you have just witnessed. The entire world is, quite literally, your open playground, and an ordinary deck of Uno cards can easily be your very first, most crucial step toward successfully becoming a recognized master architect. This finished structure is a powerful physical testament to the enduring power of a single, simple idea, flawlessly executed with single-minded dedication and an unwavering, persistent belief in the final vision. Join us on our many future unconventional engineering projects, where we promise to continuously explore and push the absolute limits of physical and structural possibility using the most mundane of materials. Prepare to have your personal perception of the potential of everyday objects permanently transformed as we reveal their spectacular, unexpected, hidden potential for grand design. We sincerely hope that this entire video inspires you to immediately see the world with a set of new, critical eyes, to aggressively question accepted norms, and to ultimately create something that is truly and uniquely yours. The journey of deep, personal discovery is quite endless, and sometimes, the most profound revelations begin with just the placement of a single, unassuming card. So please, Immediately grab your own deck, clear your workspace of distractions, and let the difficult but rewarding engineering of your own impossible dream commence right now. We are profoundly excited to see and share what amazing, beautiful structures you will all manage to successfully create and complete. Until next time, please remember to keep building, keep dreaming, and keep relentlessly pushing all the boundaries of your own imagination and ability. Thank you deeply for watching, for believing in the unconventional, and for daring to engineer the seemingly impossible right alongside us. We sincerely appreciate your support and your commitment to this incredible shared journey of creative discovery. Don't forget to please like this video immediately if you were truly amazed and surprised by what we managed to achieve and what you saw. And for more mind-bending challenges and unconventional builds, make sure to subscribe to Healing with Sergey Guru and hit that notification bell. Your active engagement, your comments, and your shares fuel our creativity and inspire us to tackle even bigger, more complex projects in the future. Together, as a community, we can truly redefine what's ultimately possible using nothing more than simple, everyday objects and boundless imagination. Let's continue to build something extraordinary, defying expectations with every single creation we bring to life. This difficult work is our deepest passion, and we are absolutely thrilled to share it and the lessons learned with you, our dedicated audience. Until our next unpredictable adventure, may your structural balance be true and your ambitious paper structures remain incredibly strong. Stay with me at Healing with Sergey Guru